Okay, fine. Yes, E3 2018. As we all know, I'm really excited for this one, but there's a lot of things I gotta say. First off, what the rules are. The rules are that these are only the games that I liked. Plus, I won't mention any games that were mentioned. Well, I mentioned in the last video. Otherwise, what do you expect? I mean, you're just gonna hear the same opinion, or even just a little bit of like, ooh, but that's it. Plus, just to be fair, this is my own opinion, and obviously everyone has their own opinion, so please just don't be like, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong. Because like I said, this is my opinion. So anyway, let's start off with the honorable mentions and then get on to the top 15. First off, honorable mentions. Forza Horizon 4. I just, no. I'm sorry, but I really can't be interested in this game. I say that in the nicest manner. This is definitely on the list, but at the current moment of excitable, it's not excitable, mostly because Forza Horizon 4 has always been too flashy. It's always like one of those things of like, hey, let's have a massive show so everyone can show off their massive penises, dicks, and just say, ooh, I have a big bank account because I have a big penis. Well, no, that's not how it works in the real world. The reality is you bought a flashy car because you either A, you're having a midlife crisis, or B, your dick's so small that nobody can see it, not even with a magnifying glass. Battlefield 5, Halo Infinity, Gears 5, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, I'm only putting these as one because I'm branding this as the Diamond of Hope. And please be aware that I'm air quoting the words diamond and hope. Because literally I've arranged it into a diamond, and second, there's little hope that I have for these games. It might sound bad me saying it, but it's true, because Battlefield 5, they just talked about a battle royale mode. They're just sort of piggybacking on something that I really don't care about. Halo Infinite and Gears 5, pretty much, this is a series that should have ended when it ended. And I'm going back to when Halo 3 came out and Gears 3 came out. They left it as a good ending. They should have ended it as it is. But instead, they were like, right, we got to make more of these games because we have no idea how to do anything. And it's like, you really put yourself in your own place, Xbox, Microsoft and the Xbox. Seriously, because you just... the only hope I have is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I'm still categorizing this as the Diamond of Hope because literally... I just really don't care about Assassin's Creed anymore because literally I was excited about the last one and I played it and I got really bored really quickly. Literally, Black Flag was, like I said in the last one, Black Flag was the best one I could ever talk about. And after that, I just lost interest because you should have ended it at a high. Just literally, just that's it. Battletoads. There was no video game footage of this. It was just like a quick trailer, so I shouldn't technically put this on this list. But at the same time, it was announced, and I want to see it do well, especially with the fact that this could save Microsoft. Seriously, I really think this could save Microsoft. Jump Force. Now, first of all, when I heard about this, I just saw the words Jump Force, and I immediately thought, great. This is going to be like Call of Duty bloody Advanced Warfare, everyone wearing mechanical suits and jumping around like lunatics. But I found out it's actually based on the comic, I say comic, but the magazine and the infamous group Shonen Jump. And I say infamous group because some people treat it like a cult, which I don't understand at all because it's just basically anime. I mean, hell, why? Seriously, why treat it as a cult when it's not actually a cult? Anyway, Jump Force, I'm excited for this one because it has because what I've seen, it has Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, and I love those two shows. But it has Naruto, so I'm just like, oh, because I really don't care about Naruto, not at all. Cuphead in the Delicious Last Course. Look, literally, I feel like this is going to be a DLC game. I mean, you can have your own opinion on this one. I mean, some people might say it's not a DLC game, but to me, it is going to be a DLC game. And the only thing I do think I like about this one is the new character involved, Miss Chalice, because everything about her, as they've definitely not changed, for the design, because they've definitely given her the little ruffled skirt like Minnie Mouse had. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything. I just think that they've actually continued with the design of what makes it good, and I love that. I really do love that. Unravel 2, seriously, this is only later on because they actually announced that this is actually coming out, and it's actually out now as we speak. So I loved Unravel 1. I loved the design. I loved it. So it's definitely on my list of things to play, and also I really want to see, because it looks good, and this game I think is going to look really good as well. The Crew 2. Okay, Crew 1 was good, but at the same time, not good. Crew 2 looks good, so I hope it delivers, because I really hope it delivers. I know this was at last year's E3, but I just didn't care about it at the time. Now I do care about it, so yeah, look, that's what a year does. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on to the top 15 games. Fallout 76. Seriously, I'm going to get a lot of hate for putting this so low at the list, but the thing is, I just don't like the idea of the fact that it's always online, and the fact that you can actually play with other people online. I mean, yeah. If you want any clear example, just look at Elder Scrolls Online when that first came out. I mean, seriously, that flopped so bad. There was actually rumors that they were going to close the servers. So, and then all of a sudden people thought, no, let's not close the servers. Let's get a lot of people in. So they ended up Bethesda decided to actually drop the price on a lot of things. So, yeah, that helped. And it did. So let's hope that they actually put this at a very low price to start off with, because that's the only way I could see them actually getting a good enjoyment out of it. Anthem, I hope this succeeds. I really do. And because if this fails, we're definitely going to lose a really good company. I'm not talking about EA. They can just blow off. With all their sport games, it's exactly the same, and the fact that they're going to have microtransactions are really big. Seriously, BioWare is a really good company. They were very successful with the first Mass Effect. Then EA jumped on the bandwagon and was like, hey, we can help. And then they did good with Mass Effect 2, and then Mass Effect 3 came out. It was like, and don't get me started with Andromeda. I mean, really, just don't. What the hell's the next one? Control. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw, I honestly thought this was like Jedi action with guns. And I thought, oh, that looks good. But at the same time, it just made me think of that other game that I liked at the same time I didn't like, which was called Quantum Break, I think it was, on the Xbox. I mean, I like the look of it, but the fact was, I immediately thought, right, this is not going to be interesting, because it's just, yeah, literally. Number 12, Doom Eternal. I really love the latest Doom, so I really can't say much negative about this one, because, well, let's face it, Doom was Doom, and you get to kill bloody creatures from hell. I mean, hell. It's Doom. What do you expect? Trials Rising. Oh my God, I can't believe they're making another Trials game. I mean, how long was the last one? I think it was something like, I know the last one was Trials Fusion. I think it came out like back when the PlayStation 4 was launched and the Xbox One was also launched. So that says a lot, doesn't it? Because I think that was something like 2015, 2016 or something. So bloody hell. Yes. Wolfenstein Young Blood. Yes. Wolfenstein is back. This one I'm actually looking forward to seeing, because one, it's not featuring BJ Blazkowicz. I'm sorry, I can never get that name right, or ever. It's actually featuring his twin daughters, which makes it interesting, which makes me feel like this is going to be co-op gameplay, which is possible because I feel like that's definitely going to include online co-op gameplay, which means you and a friend could play the same game at the same time, which is really interesting. But the downside is if it's only you, how good is the AI? Because you want a good example of what bad AI looks like. Look at Resident Evil 5 and 6. Seriously, that AI was so stupid. Ugh. Devil May Cry 5 comes at number 9, and I really did not expect a Devil May Cry game. Seriously, I really did not expect a Devil May Cry game at all to come out of this, because after the fourth Devil May Cry game and then that really bad reboot, I honestly thought the franchise is dead, and then all of a sudden that happens. I'm like, oh, seriously, I really wanted to see that game be made, and I hope it's good. I really do, because I did like Devil May Cry 4. I just didn't like the reboot. Not at all. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I'm just going to call this Shadows Die Twice because that's literally what I think everyone else is going to call it. And I say that in the nicest way manner. This one definitely looks like Dark Souls, but with Japan-style action. And also, a lot of people have said this is noir, which, the Nioh, I have no idea how you spell it, Nioh or something. And then all of a sudden later on, I heard that there was a second one, so I thought, right, it can't be noir, because this is a different game entirely. So I really hope this is a good game. I really, really do hope. Death Stranding, my bad. Sorry. First of all, what? If you don't know what the hell about, I mean, seriously, you need to watch the E3 trailer, the demo that they did, because I have no idea what the hell's going on, and I say that in, excuse me, the nicest manner, because seriously, what the hell? I give this a hard 9.5 out of the what the meter, and I tell you what, this is the what the meter goes up to 5, so it's just broken the scale completely. I mean, it's looking to actually get a 0.5 extra. Seriously, I'm not joking. I'm not being mean when I say that. Trover Saves the Universe. Seriously, the only time I actually thought, when I first saw this, I thought, holy crap, that looks exactly like Rick and Morty. So I'm actually already bought into this. And then I found out later on that, being an idiot that I am, I did research on the guy, Justin Roiland, is it? Justin Roiland. And he actually assisted on making Rick and Morty. So, hell, this is basically a Rick and Morty game, but at the same time not licensed to have Rick and Morty. So you could actually say this is like a game out of Blitz and Chips, and a lot of people that watch Rick and Morty will get the reference, because if you don't get the reference, watch Rick and Morty, and then watch all the episodes of Rick and Morty, then you'll understand the reference when I say Blitz and Chips. Seriously, this looks absolutely unbelievably exciting. Number 5, excuse me, Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, I have no idea if this is going to be an Xbox exclusive, because if it is an Xbox exclusive, the only thing it's going to rival is that Detroit Become Human that was a PS4 exclusive. Second, if it's a multi-platform game, I really hope this does really well and doesn't get scrapped, because I want to see gameplay footage of this, and I just love the whole Cyberpunk name. I just think that sounds great, Cyberpunk. It sounds like something. It sounds like a new band, like it's possibly an alternative world. Daft Punk was actually named Cyberpunk, something like that. I just love the name. Number 4, The Last of Us Part 2. first of all, what the Ellie's a lesbian. I mean, wow, jeez, I never saw that coming. I might sound sarcastic, but seriously, I really did not see that coming. Also, the game looks good. I mean, seriously, wow, the lesbian part. I've not got anything against lesbians. I just never saw that coming. Don't take that out of context. Sea of Solitude is at number 3. Gee, wow. This game looks good. And seriously, this looks so good. I just really can't wait to see what it can do, because it definitely looks like a puzzle game. It definitely looks like something like Journey. Now, if you're on a Journey, you'll understand the reference. If you don't know what Journey is, look at Journey. Like, watch the trailer for Journey, and then watch the trailer for Sea of Solitude. You can see where I'm at with that one. But jeez, I can't. That's on my list. Seriously, that is on my list. Number 2, Resident Evil 2. You see what I did there? Yeah. Seriously, I knew that they was going to make a Resident Evil 2 remake, because they planned this since, I think, at least 3 years ago. But then they said, I think it was like 2 years ago, 1 year after they said they're going to make a Resident Evil 2 remake, they said it's not high on the list because there's other things to do. And then obviously Resident Evil 7 came out. And then later on, whoa. This I really do want to see. I mean, I've heard that the gameplay is basically like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6, which is a third-person shooter. But they're keeping the whole nostalgic, survival horror attribute, which was left out of, I wouldn't say left out of 4, 5, and 6, but it was definitely left out of 5 and 6 on a massive scale. They were definitely left out on them. Number 4, it had it, but it was like half and half, if that makes sense. It was half survival horror, half action. This one, it's all survival horror, so I really hope that, I really do want to see this do well. Because I can guarantee you, the minute this gets sold, it gets put on the market, it will sell out quickly. Compared to this Elder Scrolls 6, all right, yes, I know. Some people are going to say there's not a lot of gameplay action. It was just a simple trailer, and that's a high risk for it being cancelled straight away. True, that is true. I will admit to that. However, we have wanted a new Elder Scrolls game, and then when we got online, half of us were excited, half of us were disappointed, and the rest of us were. And I know that math doesn't make sense, but it's like, you can understand where I'm at. It's like, a good chunk of people were excited that it's Elder Scrolls and you get to play it online. Another half was like, oh. And the other half was like, really? Yeah. Literally. And then they just moved on to playing Skyrim back on the Xbox 360. And until it came out on the Xbox One and PS4, then it was like, oh, good. So you can see what I did there. Yeah, Bethesda at number 15 and Bethesda at number 1. Everything else, hey. Obviously, I'm going to say what I could say anymore, but I can't, because, hey, I've talked enough. I've talked for like at least nearly 20 minutes of this vid, and I think you're getting sick of it now because I've got a lot of other things to do. Like watch some more videos and also play good games. Yeah!